It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Clover Fresh milk is the #1 milk brand in SA. Made with love by Clover.
Welcome back as we fly through what has been the most amazing show. Look at the smile on my face right now. I think my face is starting to cramp from smiling because this gorgeous lady has returned to studio. Before we reconnect, we are, of course, talking all things marathon today. What you consume after your race actually is just as important as what you consume before, even during the race. It's essential to replace all of the lost nutrients and those fluids. And our Clover Fresh milk chicken and sweet potato casserole is a good place to start, and it could not be sweeter if anyone else was making it. Jenny Morris, welcome back. I can't tell you how good it is to see you in person.
Do you know what? It's been a long time. In fact, I haven't been here since lockdown began.
I know. I don't know. It's like difficult for because I think both Jen and I are kind of huggers. We're tactile people, so to not be able to go near each other is a very difficult thing. But I'll take you. I'll take you a 2-meter distance. I'll take it.
But look at me.
So good to have you here and cooking something delicious. So first of all, how are you?
I am absolutely 100%. Look at me. I'm Sandra D.
You look gorgeous.
Do I look gorgeous?
Yeah, you look like
I'm so happy.
Lockdown has been treating you good.
Well, I don't know how well it's been treating me, but yeah, it's been good. I've stayed healthy. I've kept indoors. You know, no social interactions, sort of doing the whole distancing thing. But I've been cooking up a storm.
Keeping the creative juices flowing, which
darling.
I think a lot of us have had to do. I've had to learn how to cook and bake during these times. So you, this morning, are making something really delicious and ultra nutritious. We've been talking about marathons, and I think people often forget that after you've been, especially with a kind of hectic training regime, you've got to put back into your body. You need the carbohydrates to fuel your body, energize yourself, but you need the protein to go back in there to help repair the muscles.
Of course you do, and I want to tell you something. It's all in this little blue bottle, baby, full of calcium. You know what, B12, that's what excites me, that this has got B12, which is a very important vitamin that the body needs. So yes, we're going to cook in milk, as one does when you make a beautiful saucy dish. I've got some butter in here, clover butter, of course, and I've got some oil, and I'm putting my leeks, and I want to just get them going until they're translucent. I am missing having you leaning over my shoulder and looking into the pan.
I'm just hoping that it's going to waft across.
Oh, darling, it is so going to waft across, trust me. Well, I can't even say you can share my glass of milk while the sizzles away in the pan. I love it.
I do. I'll drink half a bottle of milk a day. I'm absolutely loving my milk. I know people have been like, what's this new bottle, blue bottle about? It's the same goodness, it's the same nutrients, the same 55 quality tests that it goes through. It just now stands out a lot more when you see it on the shelf. But it really is of superior quality.
And they say 18 days. It doesn't last 2 days in my fridge.
I know, it will
but if
never
you go
go
away,
18 days.
They'll come back, it's fresh.
Okay, so with the leeks, I know that they are delicious. You obviously got to clean them really well because they can retain the granules, but I think the way that they kind of soften and get that buttery texture.
I love it.
Beautiful.
Okay, so just look at this chicken breast. I'm just popping it in. I'm going to get the color to change slightly. Now, this is almost like making a beautiful white sauce around the meat. One pot, one to save water. Because as much as we're getting rain, you know, with all this COVID thing, we're using a lot of water to disinfect and keep clean. Yep.
No, we must never, lest we forget, we must never, ever stop thinking about and being conscious about water. You're so right.
Absolutely. Oh, look at this.
Pepper. Okay, so now this is the white sauce. The flour goes in.
Yeah, so what I'm going to do with the flour is I want to just get this coated. Look how delicious this is. And then I'm going to just add milk. It takes about 2 cups of milk in the recipe, but I'm going to just keep it adding until it coats beautifully, because what I'm looking for here is I don't want the sauce to be too thick.
Okay.
Because it's got to continue to cook in the oven. So I'm going to just go in with a little bit.
So you weren't kidding, this glass of milk really is for you to drink.
It is for me to drink. Of course it is. I'm just scared I'm going to get a white moustache. I've got a beard, because my eyebrows are falling out and they land on my chin. So I don't need a moustache to go with it. Okay, now just have a look here how this is beautifully starting to do that. And put the garlic in now. You can actually put the garlic in when you do the chicken, but I don't want the garlic to burn.
Okay. And I think people forget that the garlic is it's predominantly sugar, so it burns really quickly.
And the sulfur makes it bitter. So have a look. Doesn't it look glorious? It's just swimming in all this beautiful calcium-rich vitamin B12 milk. Okay.
Beautiful.
So
Okay.
I'm now going to add the thyme. You can pick the leaves. I think you could pick them before. You could pick out the stems, but don't let the people get stems on their plate. There's nothing because it can poke you and it's quite
Yeah,
sore.
and quite a robust
Yes.
stem at that.
Doesn't that look glorious? In with my sweet potatoes. Look at that.
Oh, have you pre-cooked the sweet potato?
Yes, yeah, they're parboiled
Stop
because this is going to take about 20 to 25 minutes in the oven. And what I love about this, as I say, you know, it's got the beautiful clover milk, which is calcium rich, it's got protein, it's got everything, and carbohydrate also for the rest. But the sweet potatoes are full of antioxidants. It's also a beautiful, it's a nice carb, you know.
It really is, and it's
It's a
kind of on
gorgeous-
the lowest scale of the
Exactly.
glycemic
It's a nice
as well,
complex
which is
one.
great, yeah.
Right, look at that.
It
Just
also tastes
a little
amazing.
bit. Doesn't this look colourful and
It's
divine?
beautiful, yeah.
And then we're going to just pop some cheese on just to make it a little bit more protein rich. Look at that. Have a look at that. Oh, cheesy, baby.
You weren't kidding about a one-pot wonder.
No,
eh?
look at that.
Easy peasy.
So we waste not, want not. And then I'm going to just switch it off and pop it into the oven, 180 degrees, for 20 to 25 minutes. And you will have a meal. Isn't that lovely?
Beautiful, gorgeous. It gets I mean, it looks spectacular at the end, but I like that slight caramelization on the top, the crispy
Gorgeous.
cheese. I think it's going to complement the flavors. Absolutely beautiful. Incredible. Yay. Welcome back.
yeah,
Now you've
to the
earned yourself,
marathon,
you've
darling.
earned yourself another swig. Absolutely love that. That is a meal for more than just marathon recovery. I think you can make that any day of the week. You can head over to expressoshow.com to get the full recipe. But if you missed any of the steps, here's a quick recap.
Made with love by Clover.